Hello, how's it going? So we're gonna be making this basically, right? Now we're gonna be using jQuery. I highly I made this mistake of not learning jQuery or not taking it seriously. But if you know HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, you need to learn jQuery. It makes your life so much easier. Uh, just type in the Travis Media jQuery crash course, and he will teach you everything you need, kind of the fundamentals. I'm telling you, jQuery is it's so good. It's just so good. Okay. All right. So let's get started on this thing, right? So I'm gonna remove all the code, right? Okay. I'm using SAS, but you don't need to use SAS if you don't want to. I mean, SAS and the CSS in this case are gonna be exactly the same. Okie dokes. So, right. So you need to go to jQuery website and get the CDN and put it at the bottom of the script. Now you also have to, obviously you have to create your index, index.js, index CSS, and then your index HTML, right? You put in the boilerplate. I'll just do it from the beginning. So I have HTML. This is Dito. There you go. Now we go to jQuery website. jQuery. Where was it getting started? Yeah, so jQuery download, right? We just need to find the CDN link. Oh, there it is. So you see download jQuery using Bower, right? You take this, okay? Then we go into our, okay, I think it's like this, script source equals this. And I think that should do it, right? Let's just double check. Yeah, it's exactly this. Just script and jQuery code, and then, okay, so this will activate jQuery in your website. All right, so the first thing we need to do, we need to create a div and call this the about wrapper. I normally have a kind of like red and blue so I can see them, right? So you see, I just add. Now we're gonna style about wrapper real quick. Let's give it padding of like, I don't know, 20 pixels so we can see it, right? Oh, and I need to, I think, start gulp. No, I think that should be running. Now for this, I'm using my own server, but you can just download. It's called Server Live, and then click in here, and then open with Live Server. It will have exactly the same effect. The only reason why I'm using Gulp is because in Gulp you don't have to refresh all the time. You see? Okay, so we want this to be width, feed, content. All right. Otherwise, it's gonna get too big. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a class. This will be our about trigger. We'll call this about page or about menu, whichever one you want. Okay. So the idea is when we hover over this, the UL is gonna appear and disappear. So we just call it trigger. You can call this whatever you want, so that um, you know. Let's do change color red, and then we do cursor pointer as well. All right. So now every time we hover over, it changes, right? So it gives us an indication that there's something there. The second thing we do is we create UL class. Class about UL. So this is what we're gonna trigger to go up and down, right? Let's do 1, 2, 3. So this will be your link items in the menu. All right, now we need to put a about UL. We're gonna put a border around it. You see, I already have it in here. DB blue, right? So we're just gonna add. Right now, it looks like this. Okay, so we're gonna add DB blue to this class here, and then this will add. You see, so now we can see it. All right. Now you can style whichever way you want. I'm giving you the fundamental, what drives this thing, and then you can kind of elaborate on it, whatever. You can do whatever the hell you want. Okay, so now let's do jQuery. So we do document ready. This code is very, very important because you want jQuery to run only when all other elements have loaded. And one of the ways of doing this is writing this document ready. And of course, you have to put jQuery at the end of the document so it loads the last. All right, so let's do about section. About section. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we need to trigger this, right? We need to target this. The way we do that is like this. Now, again, I'm assuming you already done the jQuery course. I'm telling you, it's one of the out of all investments, I'd say jQuery is definitely one of the best investments in terms of programming, right? Because a lot of stuff those YouTubers show you, like rollout menus, hide appearing, disappearing elements and stuff like that, jQuery does with like a line of code. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to manually do all this mumbo jumbo. And the second thing, I'd say Bootstrap as well. Bootstrap makes your life so much easier because everything in it is mobile optimized. Again, go to Travis Media and look at Bootstrap crash course, and he has an amazing course on Bootstrap, right? And I'm telling you, it will make your life so much easier. But at the moment, I'm telling you, jQuery, everything is so much better with it. So we're gonna put hover, right? So when we hover on it, when we hover on about trigger, something is gonna happen. Okay, let's console log hover. Right. So now we will see that when we hover, it triggers. You see? See, it's triggering. Okay, so now we want to target this element here, UL, like this. Whoopsie. Oh, I forgot that. And then we want the function we're looking for it's called slide toggle, I think, right? Yeah. So slide toggle. So slide toggle is a shorthand operator for slide up and slide down. Okay. So you see, if we hover, it slides up. If we hover out, it slides down. You can write it in a longer code. Just create mouse on event, mouse like mouse enter, slide. Oh, we actually need to do the opposite. So mouse on, mouse enter event, slide down. Mouse leave, slide up. Right. Now the reason why it's not behaving the way we want it to is because we need to create a code on start so it rolls up on the start. So we're gonna put slide up. So as the page starts, see, as the page starts, it will be rolled up. All right. Now you can put seconds in here as well. So we're gonna put 0.1 second, right? So you see we load and it's instant, boom, right? We can even probably put like 0 seconds, right? I wonder if 0 seconds is gonna work. See? So you see the control is we can do 2 seconds. So you see if we but I'll put it for like 0 second, like 1 second, whatever. 1 millisecond. Okay, and that's about it. That's pretty much all you have to do, right? We can make it look nicer by removing the border, the red border. Okay, so you see, now it works. And if we want to create a second one, just do this and change about. Oh, whoops, I need to. Change. I'm new to this thing, so forgive me for being a bit of a rookie. About to contact. Let's just do contact. And now we'll do the same in here. I think it's Control H. Oh man, I went with the capital letters. It doesn't matter. So now we have two, right? It looks a bit shite because we need to align it, right? So to align it, we do body, display flex. This will align them side by side. And then we need to do dot contact wrapper. And then they're side by side. You see? Now, if you want to add like text in here and so that text is not affected, because at the moment, if we add text and we roll this out, the text is going to shift bottom. Then you have to go into more advanced things like set the UL. And actually, let me do it. I haven't done it, but let's see how difficult it is. But honestly, this is like the end of tutorial. So what I'm doing right now is just a little bit extra. So let's add a bit of text. So we cannot use body then for this. We just have to create another div. Call this nav. All right. And then we're gonna call this nav, right? So underneath nav, where's the end of nav? End of nav, right? Let's create p lorem. Let's do 100. So you see what I'm talking about is when you roll out, the text shifts, right? We don't want that. Honestly, we can probably just do position fixed, I think, right? Yeah, yeah, we can just do this. And then we can do body. And we can do body. Because you see, if you put the position of fixed, so now the menu is stuck to the top. But you see, it's not affecting the text. So now we just need to move the text to be in here, and then it's going to work. So body. Let's do padding top. The size of the menu. Wait, we need to maybe top 0, left 0. Oh, it's already there. Okay. So let's do padding top. I don't know, 100 pixels. Let's see what happens. It's a bit too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys can do that yourself, right? You can adjust. But you see that now it's not affecting the text anymore. All right. So now we need to put in Z index. Z index 10. So Z index prioritizes the display of elements. So you see now we have a menu is on top of the text. We probably want we probably want um, the background to be not transparent, so that when you roll it out, you don't see this mumbo jumbo. What's the best way to do it? I'm just wondering. Okay, let's just do this like this. About UL. Let's do light gray. Yeah, okay. So that's what I wanted to do, you see? Now we don't have transparency, so. But again, you can style it whichever way you want. I'm just giving you the fundamental of how it runs. And if you want to, I'm telling you, like the best investment, if you know JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, is jQuery. Like it's just the DOM events, effects. jQuery is just the best thing ever. It saves you so much time, right? So I'm just telling you, just learn it. All right, learn it. Take care.